I was going to go live, but this is part 2 of the green hat. And in part 1, the green hat disturbs nobody. Unless there's two of you standing on top of each other at the corner of a street. And your heads are forward. Instead of a green hat, you now think it's a green light. So what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Why does the green hat bother you? What is inside of us? How are we taught? What element of freedom is within our own minds that we should let it disturb us? Each and every one of us on this planet, I don't know if you can use the word, let's call the word temperament. Let's call the word temperament. So how do you get inside of me to change my way of thinking? When I walk onto the street right now, I want to smile in front of everybody. I want to say hello to everybody. And then I have to take it upon myself to say, why am I like that? I don't want anybody to say hello to me. I just want to go down the street and have peace. You don't live out in the country, you do live out in the country. What are your expectations? Why does the green hat bother you? What if I was wearing a red hat? What if I was wearing a blue tie? Blue, 40. Tie, tie 'em up, tie game. Tie game, it's equal on both sides. Can it end in a tie? End in tie, EIT 8, end in tie. End in tie. Are you tying somebody up? Is it a verb? Can you use tie as a noun? I don't know. I don't know my English so good. But I think that some of the basis that we have to know is who, what, when, where, and why. So important. For coordinate area space, what? It could be on the periodic table. It could be one of the elements. When? How long? Because when would be a period of time? No. Because here would be the area space you are. So when would that constitute something, the difference in time? Because time is a measurement. Time can tell. What do? I create an added form to dots and dashes and lines that create shapes called letters, the alphabet. In English and Greek, Spanish, form utmost and the dots and the dashes. Understanding where they can be, and if it was here, here, or here, using quadrille paper, understanding that in quadrille, every area space is a square, and all the lines are the separation between, because they're always touching in one way or another. How else can I describe this? So I take these letters, these dots and these dashes, and I look at life. Where's a dot? Where's a dash? Oh, look, there's a dot over here. It's at the end of a phrase or a sentence. Could be the end of the longer part of a paragraph of a chapter. It would be end with a period. Or would it say the end? And it's not really ending with a period, because after, when the book is over, it says the end. Does the end come with a period on it? TH and E. Time heaven, ETH, like for the F coin in the world of time heaven, which only begins at number 4, because they give a number like this. AU, 1, and it is first. 1 equals to the numeric value 34. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals 7 and 12, 19. AI, or the letter S, which is connecting the first 360 degrees halfway, 1 through 18. 1 plus 18 equals to 19S. 1 through 18 equals to 17. 1 A through R equals to 171. You add S, it equals to 190. You add T, it equals to 210. The agenda 201, the moon 2160, 21 being the cube, 0 is the association of one area space. It already just shows you that there's 3 area spaces. You're going 3 by 3. 3 by 3, 3 plus 3 equals to 6 and 9. I am creating lines and strands. Lines and strands. And we're forming them. We're going to take all these pieces and we're going to fit them together, but first we're going to find out from where they come. So if you have a period, and usually that's the menstrual cycle, it's not the menstrual cycle, it's the men. So it goes from a man to now there's more than one man. So now you're going to have to go man and man, which is 28 and 28. Men, okay, is 32, also the standard code for RAM, 32, which inverted 1 through 18, right, will add on the 19th letter, so now you have Rams. Or how about Mars? Inverted to what is numeric 57. Every letter has a 27 letter count. So 4 letters in Mars, 4 by 27 equals to 80 and 28. 8 times 8 equals to 64. 8 plus 8 is 16 equals to 80. So we go to Rams. So let me just think why did I say 88? Why did I say 88? 28, 28. When it is 1, it is 8. 1 in the center, 8 around. Let me think. I said 88. Another thing about that is third planet is Earth, second planet is Venus. So since there's 3 dots and only 2 at Venus, you'd have to go around it, like the alpha around the omega. And there's always a design for, usually a design for everything I do. So what happens is, here is the 3. I can either show you it this way, right, like this. And what's missing is this area over here and this area over here, right? So we would go like this and like this for the omega. The other way to do it is to set up these two, these 2 hearts. Did this wrong? Okay, we'll leave it at this. It doesn't matter. There's a 3 area space here, a 3 area space here, 1, 1, and 1. So 1, 1, and 1 will create 8, 8, and 8, according to this, if we want to look at it that way. Okay? If we want to look at it that way. These are 3 empty spaces. So how do we get from this space to this space? Can we go around to this space? Is my question, like the Pac-Man munching up the whole thing. You know what it seems like? We enclosed everything inside of this. I can even probably do that on this end. And then we put that spinning in the center. Now, is there anything missing? Can we do this any other way? This over here, okay, has not been done, the one in the center, but we're only going to use these. Where am I? I think I mixed everybody up, so I lost my place. So it's not one man, it's the menstrual cycle. So we're going to put another man over here. And what happens is the moon runs by periods, right? The period is 28 days. The numeric value for man is 28, but to become a man, you have to have completed 13 years of life, and they call it the bar mitzvah. And it's the bar mitzvah at the age of 13 because it is the 12 that is barred. You don't come here. 12 of you is female, 1 of you is male. The female, okay, is, if I understand this correctly, the female is 11 plus 1 is female. So if we looked at the cubic world, this would be 898 for a male. If we looked at the cubic world, this would be, I'm going to look at it 2 ways. 9 hold on a second. I got this wrong. It's 878. 878. It's also 989. This one over here is 999. At the same time, it's 77. Did I get that? Hold on a second. 888. Okay, I'm going to tell you what this is. 1 plus 8 is 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. Over here, 1 and 8 is 9. 2 and 7 is 9. So we're bringing understanding its formation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring it back to a singular value. And that singular value is 9 and 1 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 8 and 2 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 9 and 1 is 10. But inside of this, 19 and 28, which equals 47, the numeric value for time. 74 is energy. 74 is Jesus, where 77 is Christ and 77 is matter, to where 44 is for area, space, and the canine. K is the 11th letter in the alphabet, and I is the 9th alphabetical letter. It is 11. It is 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. That will create what is 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. We need to add on one of each for where they are. So the question is, okay, is it 12? Or what happens over here? We would add on 2 if it had to be for the male. In order for the male to jump, it had to go through these 2 elements. Right? This would be the age of 12 for the bat mitzvah. The male ends up with 1. The female, okay, the female is still at 12. Okay, she starts at 11. It's 11 that creates 12. And in 12, it creates 3. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. So 11 and 2, okay, it is 11 and 2, and it is 11 and 1 for the female, and 11 and 2 for the female is should the female reach the male. 13, 13, 12. Where do we get this? In the deck of cards, there are 13 cards. There are 13 moons. And number 1 and 3, okay, or 1 times 3 equals to 3 equals to 4. So that 13 will now create 7. Now the thing is, about 4 times 3 equals to 12 slash 3. So now we have 7 and 3 created from this numeric value. 3 plus 4 equals to 7, and 12 equals to what is S19. Now 1 through 9 is the base creation for this, the gateway in Q. This mathematically will create this. This stands for the queen. This stands for October. When you add 1 over to 12, it equals to 78. If you add 2 over to 13, it equals to 91. So this is where the S letter comes in, what ties everything in. Number 19 ties into an 8. This is time heaven. This is runner-up. When you count A, B, C, D equaling to 10, right? It's after C equaling to 6. A, B, C equals to 6. 1 plus 0 is 1. We invert back to A again. But until we get back to A, again, we have to go A, D, G, A. So we have to do it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and the 4th time it comes back to itself. So it's 3 and again 1, the male system and how it works, where we go A, B, C, and then D comes back to the beginning, playing in the half-life. To know that the half-life, we're playing in the hearts, and then we're playing in between on the lines. And so that's what happens. So we have man, man, man equaling to 84. We're talking about the period. There's 21 dots on a cube. We need 4 cubes, 4 times 21 blackjack. When that happens, we have 33 area spaces not used equals to 132. This is our gateway. This is our 7th gate, 132. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. A plus B equals C. This is 44 times 3 and 33 times 4. It is the house of DC. It's very, very, very deep, how everything just connects, how everything's been created. It is 3 moons that pass, okay, out of 12, out of 13 moons. It's 3 moons that pass for one cycle. 84 is the numeric value for Pluto. 8 times 4, 8 plus 4 equals to 32 and 12, 44 area space. And I call it the division between night and day. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equals to 16 and 8 equaling to 24. 8 is 8, and here's 88. 88, 8. 64 and 8. Can't multiply, it equals 0. 64, it equals to 1. 64, 888, what is the reason for 8, 8, and 8? Yes, 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 creates 7. Yes, 8 and 8 is 16, right? So that's 2 times 8 equals to 16. 28 is time heaven, because when you get to 4th place, it's when T and H begin. And let me think back to 8 again. The 8th finger and the 3rd finger, 8, 88, 88, and 8. Yes, 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equals to 16 equals to 8, because it's 1/3 and it's 2/3. So now again, you're talking about hockey, because hockey works in 1/3 periods and 2/3 are playing, and the whole game is complete, and everything is complete at 3. So 3 times 3 equals to 90, and that is your whole. Now 4 times 3 to create the mirror, okay, that is 120 degrees to complete the mirror, right? 3 periods and 4 periods, right? Think about it. Because hockey ends on 3 periods. So 1 period is 30, 2 periods is 30, 3 periods is 30. Each period is 20 minutes, okay, equaling to 60 minutes of hockey. Because it runs in 1/3, 1/3 and 1/3 and 1/3, I just multiply it by 10, and that will equal to 30, 30, 30. That will equal to 90. At the same time, one of the reasons I do this is because a number cycle, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2 plus 0 is 2, so we ended with the same number counting to a single digit. So when I do this with hockey, really number 3 redoes itself at 4, not like any other number. 369 rehabilitates and mirrors at 4. Every other number rehabilitates to another to 10. Only 369. Okay, repeat at 4. And then it's 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. So what we do next, let me think about this. So it's 4 times. So I would be going 4 times 30 would be 120 degrees. Its actual number. It would be 120 degrees. So it would be 1.25. And that might be the reason for the leap year. The reason for this is in order to, if we want to equal to 360 degrees either of the ways, I need to get, since there's 3 periods, I'm going to go 3 times 40. Each period would get 40 degrees. 40 degrees, 40 degrees, 40 degrees equals to 120 degrees, because it runs in thirds. So you need 3 of them, because it runs by 3s, to equal to 3, to equal to 1 whole. So it's 120 degrees. So 90 times 1.25, 90 times 1.25 equals to, wow, 112. Hold on a second. 120 divided by 90 is 1.33. 40, 40, 40, 40, 30. No, it's 30. It's 3 times 30, and it's 4 times 30. So it's 75% of something. 75% of which relates to the moon. Anyways, it works out to 1.25. I have to explain it now. I just can't say that. 1 1/4. It's because it goes back a quarter. It's 75%, which is a quarter. So it's 0.25. It's 75% of 120 times 75 equals to 90. And you have to remember the number 15 times 6 equals to 90. We have to understand 6 equals to the valuation of quarters in other games, or 15-minute periods of time. There's also a schedule for, right now we're running 24 hours a day, but I have a different period of time is when we're running our clock at, I think it was 16 hours a day. Let me 2/3, 16-hour days. I think that's when we run 16-hour days. There's 90 minutes and 90 seconds to a metric hour. I have to redo that. So just think about this: 90 minutes, 90 seconds to a metric hour, 16 hours a day. So we would have to do what? 16 times 90 times 90 equals to 129,600. You know what's ironic about that? Is the Mayan calendar. That's what it equals to. That's half the period of time in the Mayan calendar. 2520, we get that over here. The X equals to 25. And the X equals to 25. These 4, excluding this, the 4 corners and the 4 on the inside, equals to 2020. I think we're going to end the video on that. So what would that work out to? What would that work out to if I had 90 minutes and 90 seconds? It equals to 81. So now you're on Venus. 90 times
90 equals to 81. Times 12 equals to, no, 8100 times 16. 8100 times 1.5. What I'm trying to get to is 1440. And 8100. I'm trying to figure out how many hours in the day. There's 8,100 metric seconds in 1 hour of metric time. So in order to equal to our time, which is 1440, just give me a second. I think this video is a little bit too long. I'm going to stop it here, maybe cut off the end, or let it roll. The green hat, yellow and blue, hold it down like this, they'll stop at the light. Thank you for watching this video.